Good morning, and welcome to our special report. Today, we're discussing a major change that could impact the lives of millions of Americans, especially those who have chosen to make this country their home. The Trump administration has announced a controversial new rule. Naturalized citizens, those who became Americans after birth, could now lose their citizenship if convicted of certain serious crimes, even years after becoming citizens. This marks a dramatic shift from long-standing U.S. policy, where citizenship was considered permanent and irrevocable unless it was obtained by fraud or misrepresentation. The announcement has sparked heated debate and concern across the nation. Supporters argue it strengthens national security and helps protect the country from those who break the law. Critics, however, worry it creates two classes of citizens, those born here and those naturalized, raising questions about fairness and equality. For decades, once you became a U.S. citizen, your status was secure for life, unless you lied on your application or committed fraud during the process. Now, crimes committed after naturalization can put your citizenship at risk, even if you've lived here for many years. This change leaves many naturalized Americans feeling uncertain and anxious about their future, unsure of what might happen if they make a mistake. We'll break down what this new rule means, why it's happening now, and what it could mean for families and communities across the country. We'll hear from government officials, legal experts, and community leaders to get a full picture of the issue. Understanding this issue is crucial for all Americans, whether you were born here or chose to become a citizen. It's not just a legal change, it's a question of what it truly means to be an American, and how we define citizenship in our society. Let's explore the facts, the arguments, and the real-life impact this rule could have on people's lives. What does it mean to be a naturalized citizen under this new rule? And how might it change the path to the American dream? How does this affect the idea of American citizenship as something permanent, secure, and protected by law? We'll look at both sides of the debate and the potential consequences for millions of people. Let's dive in and uncover what's at stake. What is a naturalized citizen? It's a question that goes beyond paperwork and ceremonies, touching on the very core of what it means to belong in America. Simply put, a naturalized citizen is someone born outside the United States who, through a legal process, becomes a U.S. citizen. This transformation is both personal and profound. The journey to naturalization is long and demanding, often taking years of living as a legal resident, learning English, and studying U.S. history and government. Applicants must pass a civics test, demonstrating their knowledge of American values and institutions. They must also show good moral character, follow the law, and prove their commitment to the country. After meeting all requirements, they take the oath of allegiance, promising to support and defend the Constitution and the nation's laws. With citizenship, they gain the same rights and responsibilities as any other American, voting in elections, serving on juries, and participating fully in civic life. For many, it's a proud, life-changing moment. Naturalized citizens become doctors, teachers, business owners, and neighbors, contributing to every part of American society. Their journey is a cornerstone of the American story, a nation built and continually renewed by immigrants from all over the world. This new rule directly affects them, raising questions about the security of their status and the permanence of their American identity. Understanding their path helps us see why this policy shift is so significant and why it matters to millions of families. It's not just about law, it's about identity, belonging, and the promise of opportunity. The process of naturalization is a testament to commitment, sacrifice, and belief in American values. Now, that commitment is being tested in new and unexpected ways. The stakes are high for millions who have chosen to become Americans, investing their hopes and dreams in this country. This is why the new directive is so controversial, sparking debate and concern across the nation. It challenges the very heart of what it means to be an American and what it means to belong. Let's look at how citizenship could be lost, then and now, and what it means for the future of the American dream. Denaturalization, revoking citizenship, was once extremely rare in the U.S. It usually happened only if someone lied or hid serious crimes during their application. After World War II, it was used to remove Nazi collaborators who concealed their pasts. The key citizenship was only revoked for fraud or misrepresentation before or during naturalization. Once granted, citizenship was permanent, even if a crime was committed later. Criminal acts after naturalization led to prison, not loss of citizenship. The new rule changes this. Now, certain crimes committed after becoming a citizen can trigger denaturalization. This is a major break from over a century of legal tradition. It means naturalized citizens face a new kind of risk. That's why this policy is causing alarm and debate nationwide. So, what crimes could cost a naturalized citizen their status? The directive targets only serious offenses, no minor violations or traffic tickets. Crimes include terrorism, providing support to terrorist groups, espionage, and treason. Violent gang-related felonies and certain sexual offenses against children are also on the list. The government says these acts violate the oath of allegiance and threaten national security. Only those convicted in a court of law are affected, not those merely accused. Critics worry the list could expand in the future, making citizenship less secure. For now, the focus is on the most severe crimes. But the possibility of future changes is a real concern. This uncertainty is fueling anxiety among naturalized citizens. Let's see why the government believes this change is necessary. The Trump administration argues this policy is about national security and public safety. Officials say those who commit acts like terrorism or espionage betray their oath of allegiance. Under the old system, such individuals could serve prison time but remain citizens. The new rule allows for denaturalization and deportation after a sentence is served. The administration claims this closes a loophole and deters future crimes. They also argue it upholds the integrity of citizenship, treating it as a privilege that must be earned and maintained. By holding naturalized citizens to a high standard, they believe they're protecting the nation. The message citizenship is a profound commitment, and serious violations have serious consequences. But not everyone agrees. Critics say this policy creates two classes of citizens, naturalized and native-born. They argue it's unfair. A crime that doesn't threaten a native-born citizen's status could cost a naturalized citizen everything. Legal experts warn this may violate the Constitution's promise of equal protection. Civil rights groups fear a slippery slope. Today's list of crimes could grow tomorrow. The policy, they say, breeds fear and uncertainty for millions. It could discourage immigrants from seeking citizenship, weakening America's tradition of integration. Critics argue that true justice means equal treatment for all citizens, regardless of how they became American. The debate is about more than law. It's about the nation's values. To truly understand the real impact of these policies, let's imagine the story of the Garcia family, a family much like many others across America. Mr. and Mrs. Garcia immigrated from Mexico years ago, worked tirelessly, became proud citizens, and built a new life in the U.S. through dedication and hope. Their children, born and raised here, are American by birth, growing up with dreams and opportunities like any other kids in their neighborhood. The Garcias are deeply involved in their community and work hard every day. He runs a small business providing jobs while she's a nurse, caring for patients and giving back. Now, imagine a sudden turn. Mr. Garcia is convicted of a serious gang-related crime, a decision that changes everything for the family. Under the new rule, he not only faces prison time, but also the threat of denaturalization and deportation after serving his sentence. He could be forced to leave for a country he hasn't called home in decades, separated from his American family, unsure if he'll ever return. His children would lose their father, his wife her partner, and the family would lose the stability they've worked so hard to build together. The punishment doesn't end with prison. It reaches into the heart of the family, tearing them apart and leaving lasting scars. Critics ask, does this second punishment truly serve justice, or does it go too far? The consequences are not just temporary, they are permanent and devastating, affecting every member of the family. The Garcia family story highlights the very real human cost at the heart of this national debate. It's not just about one person's fate. It's about entire families, neighborhoods, and communities who feel the ripple effects. The fear of losing a loved one to deportation is a daily reality for millions of families across the country. This example shows how policy decisions made in courtrooms and government offices can reshape lives in profound ways. The debate isn't just legal or political, it's deeply personal, touching the lives of real people. For many families like the Garcias, the stakes couldn't be higher, and the uncertainty is overwhelming. The question remains, should citizenship ever be conditional, or is it a right that should be protected? Let's take a closer look at the broader impact these policies have on families and communities everywhere. The effects of this policy ripple far beyond individuals. Millions of naturalized citizens now face new anxiety, feeling their status is conditional. This fear can silence voices, discourage civic participation, and strain family bonds. Parents may worry about being separated from their children. Chronic stress can damage mental health and family unity. Economically, insecurity may lead people to invest less in their communities. Local economies could suffer if business owners and workers feel at risk. Critics warn this policy divides Americans, undermining unity and trust. Instead of integration, it may foster isolation and resentment. America's strength has always come from unity in diversity. Policies that divide citizens threaten that foundation. If you're concerned, stay informed and know your rights. Get accurate information from trusted sources. Avoid rumors and misinformation. If you have questions about your status, consult an experienced immigration lawyer or legal aid group. Many organizations offer free or low-cost help. Don't hesitate to seek support. There are people ready to help. Get involved, support groups working for immigrant rights, and contact your elected officials to share your views. Civic engagement is a right for all citizens. This debate is about fairness, equality, and the meaning of citizenship. Stay informed, seek help when needed, and make your voice heard. The future of American citizenship is being shaped right now. Your participation matters.